Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna cover what an HTML block and inline elements are. So let's get started with it. So an HTML block element is an element that always starts on a new line, and it always takes up an entire width, whichever is available. For example, the first block element that we will see is a div tag. So this is nothing but a container which contains your HTML elements. So if I just write something in here, this is a div and save it and run it. Now you'll see here that the div got applied, but let's just give some styles to it so that you can understand how the width is getting covered. So in the index.css, let's write div and maybe give it a background color. Let's go with this, and let's give it some padding of maybe 10px. And let's give it a border 1px. Let's keep it solid and the color gray. So save it and run it. So that's how it looks. It's covering the entire width of the page available. That's how the div tag works. Let's just add another one. So this went on the new line automatically. That's the benefit of a block element, that it always covers the entire width and it always starts on a new line. Now let's see a few other block elements. The next one that we will see is the HTML lists. So HTML lists can be ordered or unordered lists, and the order lists are defined using an OL tag, and the elements inside it are defined using an li tag. So let's just say 1, and I'm gonna copy this a couple of times, 2 and 3. So save it and run it. There you go. So OL is always going to have numbers by default, and they always start on a new line. And if we want to create an unordered list, then let's just copy this and paste it. The tag that is used for unordered list is UL, and let's change this to UL and save it and run it. So unordered list is always in the form of bullets. So that's the basic difference between an ordered list and an unordered list. The next one is a table tag. It's defined using table, and we need to define rows inside it. So that's defined using tr. And now table has headers, and then it has the content of the table itself. So headers are inside th. The first header can be, let's just say, header 1, and let me give here a couple of more headers, 2 and 3. Now the content of all of this header is going to go in another row. So let's define another row and say we need to define the data. So that data goes into td, and we will say test1 and td test2 td test3. That's it. And now we will just save this and run it. So there you go. Here you see the table. Now, if you want to put some styles around the table, then you can definitely do that by going into this index.css file, and here just give some styles to the table itself first. Like maybe we will give it some different font. Let's give a font family, maybe this guy. Then oops, and to all the data and the headers, let's give a border of 1px, which is going to be solid and gray in color, and let's give a padding of 10px. Okay, and I guess that's it. So let's try how this looks. So there you go. That's how the table is going to look. You can make it even more prettier by adding more styles in here, but this is a very basic table that you can create in HTML. So there are a few block elements that we have already seen in the previous videos, which include the header tags, which go from h1 to h6, then the horizontal line tag, the p tag for the paragraph, and that's about the block elements. So now the next one that we're going to see is the inline elements. The inline elements are the elements that do not start on a new line, and it only takes up as much width as required. For example, if we add a tag inside this div tag, let's say span, and say this is span element, and save it. Let's add some styles for that. Maybe let's make its color blue, and let's add some padding to it, maybe 8px, and let's add a border so that we'll know how exactly the width is. 1px solid, and let's make it black. So save and refresh. So there you go. This span element takes up only the width that is required by the text. It does not go and extend like a block element does. So this is the basic difference between a block and an inline element. There are a few other inline elements that we can see. For example, let's just add a label here. My label, and another inline element is button. So let's say button. Save this, run it. There you go. So label and the button, they are on the same line because they are inline elements and they just take up as much width as needed. Now we have already seen a few inline elements in the previous videos, like the A tag, the B tag for making any text bold. There's a break line tag called the BR tag, and we've also seen an image tag used to add an image to an HTML document. So that's about the block elements and the inline elements in HTML. Thank you for watching this video, and please do subscribe my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.